We are at such a vital area where history can be made in the markets and your life can change within the space of 1 to 2 weeks. People are blinded by the fact that we have the best opportunity right in front of us. Fear has taken over, and this is where most people are wrong. I am not selling here, I am buying. Hope is gone, confidence is gone, and this is what we want to see when we buy. This is how I've made most of my money through the previous cycles, and you need to remove all the noise you are hearing on social media. Now, over the last 2 to 3 weeks, we've had crazy manipulation in the crypto market. We can see wicks from both sides to the downside and also to the upside. However, despite this manipulation, there is some clarity within this. Now, I was expecting the total market cap to take out this wick down here, and that's exactly what we've done. Ideally, I would have liked to see price come a bit lower and take out this low down here, come deeper into this fair value gap and also close above, but we haven't had that yet. And this could be next week possibility of a drawdown to the downside, taking out this wick and then coming back up to the upside. If we don't get that move to the downside, let's go on the daily time frame and see what we can see. Now we've got A, B, C 78.6 rejection, which was a very good and clean rejection. And now it's likely we're going to close the daily on Friday as a bullish engulfing. And if we get something like this is a good sign for us. Although we're in a downtrend down here, we want to see a break of this. Okay, that's the first thing. Now, if we don't get that and we move down, ideally we want to see a move down and price come and take out this low down here. Because what we can see down here is there is liquidity below. We've created a double bottom, and we know there are loads of people that were long in the market when price came around this region. Therefore, we've created this double bottom. We have a lot of stop losses just below down here. So if we get that final move to the downside, price takes out this low down here at around 2.73 trillion. This is our final time to buy our altcoins. And it's likely that the altcoins that we're going to buy are going to be at all-time lows. Now go and check out the videos where I tell you what coins to buy. Now, if we get the move to the downside, I will look to leverage trade and also spot buy the altcoins. Ideally, what we want to see is when price does come down, we get a break of market structure, aggressive, strong, bullish close. A candle like this, 2 candles like this will be fantastic. Strong bullish close, price comes back in, taps into a key PD array, and then we move to the upside. First targets are around the regions of 3.3 trillion. That's our first target we want to see. On BTC, it's going to be around 90 to 95K, and then 100K is my next target, which I'll go over in a second. But what we can see down here is a very, very clean and clear price action. Although we can see manipulation, we are still within this accumulation phase, and accumulation is good for us because what we want to see is a build-up of positions, and that's exactly what's happening right now. So we have accumulation, and what we want to see next is the manipulation. If we can get that manipulation to the downside, that's a good sign for us. And then we'll get the distribution phase where price will rocket to the upside. Now, there is a possibility that we will still accumulate and come back up and then come back down. And then we'll get the manipulation. And then we will rocket to the upside for distribution. And this can all happen within the space of 1 week towards the end of December. And we will still close pretty aggressive to the upside. On BTC, I managed to take 2 positions, one short and also one long yesterday. I'm currently in the long position. I've closed my short at 50%, which I'm very happy with. But what we can see on BTC is very, very good price action. I am very happy with the way that BTC has reacted off these key levels. We've tapped in 1, 2, 3 times into the 78.6 at 85K, and we're likely going to close above now. On the daily time frame, what we can see is we've got the A, B, see rejected of the 61.8, likely going to close above on this as well, which is a good sign for us. And if we get that, what I want to see from next week, similarly to what I mentioned on total market cap, is one more move to the downside. If we can breach the 80K level and then close above, this is our last opportunity to buy altcoins, to leverage trade our positions at the best prices. And that's exactly what I want to see. Now, we get that move to the downside. What we want to see is a strong bullish move, break of market structure, price comes back into key area, and then we'll get a move to the upside. Now, if we don't get that move to the downside, what I want to see is a strong close on the daily and also on the weekly. And then from next week, we may just get a sweep of previous week's low, and then we'll move to the upside. Price likely tapping into the 78.6 as we haven't yet tapped into that region yet. So 83,600 is the region that I'm looking at if we don't get to the regions of 80K. So those are the two key areas that I'm looking at on BTC to the downside. Now to the upside, what we can see is my first area that I'm looking at is we can just target the highs down here, which is the high of this accumulation of 94K. That's my first target. Now my second target is the 100K region. So if I just go back into the daily time frame, around this region is where I'm looking, minus 27, which is around 98 to 100K is the region that I'm looking at. Now we can assess how price moves from there going forward, but that's exactly what I'm looking at. So those are my key three levels. Now, last but not least, Ethereum. Ethereum has been pretty resilient with the way that it has been moving. Now, on the weekly time frame, last week we had the manipulation to the upside. This week we had a slight manipulation to the downside, and we're likely going to close as a good, strong doji. Now, we can also see this trend line liquidity down here. We've rejected, and we're likely going to close above around the 2.8K region, and that's a good sign for us. So we can see down here this manipulation. We've got the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 fake break, and then a close above. So I want to see price close strongly above around the regions of 2.8K. It's a good sign for us if we do on the weekly time frame, and ideally also on the daily time frame. Now what we can see is the fib levels of 1, 2, 3 tapped into the 78.6, very, very clean rejection, and we're likely going to close above. Now we do have this low down here, and ideally, like I said to you, if we get the move on BTC tapping into the 80K region, Ethereum will likely come down into the regions of number 1, 2.5K, and my second target is around 2.1K. That's what I'd like to see on Ethereum if we do get the move down, but Ethereum has been pretty resilient so far. Now, if we do come down, I want to see a strong bullish engulfing candle, tap into a key PD rate, and then we'll move to the upside. Now, I'm also in a long position on Ethereum. I caught it around 2.8K. Stop loss was just below this level down here of around 2.7K. Now, I'm going to try to hold this position for as long as I can. I'm looking at the regions of 3.7K first. And then if we can continue going up, I'm looking at the all-time highs down here. Now, if I was to just invert the charts for you, because what I'm seeing a lot on social media is that we are in a bearish trend. Now we can see this trend line liquidity down here, 1, 2. Now, where does this look like it is in a bearish trend? Now I've inverted the charts. So in theory, if this goes this way, that means that it's bullish. We are at such a key area. We've got the 1, 2, rejection 61.8. Even if we come higher up, I will still be bullish in Ethereum because we will just reject off this key area down here of around 2.1K, and then it's likely we will just whipsaw back in and we'll continue the move to the upside on Ethereum. So this is not looking bearish at all to me. Nothing has changed for me in the markets just yet, and if anything does, I will keep you guys updated. Now, I'll give you another update once we get the weekly close on Sunday, and I'll let you know my views over the next 1 to 2 weeks. coming up to the end of the year. Now, if you like these types of videos, I trade crypto using the ICT strategy. So can you please share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.